AMALearning, you're about to. Specification point 2.1. Describe mitosis as part of the cell cycle, including the stages interphase, prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase and cytokinesis. To successfully answer any GCSE question linked to this specification point, you will need to be able to recognize the stages of mitosis from pictures, correctly order the stages, and finally describe the stages of mitosis. Overall, the cell cycle is when one parent cell splits into two daughter cells, and mitosis is an important part of the cell cycle. Mitosis plays an important role in growth, tissue repair, and asexual reproduction. Each of our body cells contains a nucleus. The nucleus acts as the cell's control center. The nucleus contains chromosomes. Human cells contain 23 pairs of chromosomes, 23 chromosomes from the mother and 23 chromosomes from the father. If we unravel the chromosomes, we will get a long chains of DNA. The DNA is made up of genes. Each gene provides the code for a different protein. Our body is made up of lots of proteins, so we have a different gene for each protein. The cell cycle has three main phases: interphase, mitosis, cytokinesis. Interphase is the first phase. This is when the cell prepares for division by replicating the cell's DNA, which is in the nucleus, increasing the number of subcellular structures, in other words, increasing the number of mitochondria, ribosomes, and so forth, increasing the cell's overall size. This happens when the amount of cytoplasm and cell membrane are increased. Mitosis is the second phase and has four main stages: prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. These stages ensure that chromosomes are correctly separated and distributed into each of the two daughter cells. Cytokinesis is the final phase. This is when the cell's cytoplasm divides, creating two separate cells. The cell cycle is a topic that appears in examinations yearly. It is therefore important that you understand and memorize each phase. Let's look more closely at each phase of cell cycle and its role in the cell division process. Interphase. This is the preparatory stage. Here, the cell grows in size and increases the number of subcellular structures like mitochondria and ribosomes. Finally, the DNA is replicated. Interphase is a critical step as it sets the foundation for mitosis. After interphase comes mitosis. Mitosis has four stages: prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. This can be remembered as PMAT. During prophase, chromosomes condense. This means they start to become visible. In fact, they can be seen under a microscope. The nuclear membrane starts to break down. This is the membrane that surrounds the nucleus. And finally, structures called spindle fibers begin to form. During metaphase, chromosomes align in the center of the cell, and each chromosome is attached to a spindle fiber. This helps position the chromosomes for accurate separation. During anaphase, the paired chromosomes are pulled apart by the spindle fibers toward opposite ends of the cell. During telophase, the chromosomes reach the opposite ends of the cell. A new nuclear membrane forms around each set, resulting in two nuclei within one cell. Nuclei is the plural of nucleus. After mitosis comes the final phase, cytokinesis. Finally, the cell's cytoplasm divides, forming two distinct cells, each with an identical set of chromosomes and all necessary subcellular structures such as mitochondria and ribosomes. Mitosis leads to the production of two daughter cells, which are genetically identical to the parent cell, have the same number of chromosomes. This GCSE style question asks you to correctly order the stages of mitosis based on your observations. The best way to answer this question is one mitosis stage at a time. During prophase, we know that the chromosomes condense, and that at this point the chromosomes have not been separated by the spindle fibers. This means the chromosomes should be in the center, and there should be twice as many chromosomes visible to us as they have not been separated yet. This means prophase is represented by R. R clearly has more chromosomes, and they have not been separated yet. The next stage is metaphase. During metaphase, the chromosomes align in the center of the cell. This can clearly be seen in Q, so metaphase is shown by letter Q. The third stage is anaphase. During anaphase, the paired chromosomes are pulled apart by the spindle fibers toward opposite ends of the cell. This can clearly be seen in S, so anaphase is shown by letter S. The final stage of mitosis is telophase. During telophase, the chromosomes reach the opposite ends of the cell. This can clearly be seen in P, so telophase is shown by letter P. The correct order is therefore R, Q, S, P. During your GCSE exams, you may also be shown an image like this one and asked to state which phase of mitosis this image represents. Additionally, you may be asked to explain why this represents the phase that you have chosen. So which phase does this represent? It represents anaphase. And how do we know this? We can see from the image that the paired chromosomes, or chromatids, are being pulled apart by the spindle fibers toward opposite ends of the cell. It is important that you can identify different stages of mitosis from images and also describe each phase alongside interphase and cytokinesis in detail. Our animations were designed by experienced UK-trained teachers. We have been achieving amongst the best results in the country for many years, and we decided it was time to share our success. Have you just AMALed and want to AMAL some more? Don't forget to like, subscribe and share to keep yourself up to date with the latest uploads. AMALearning, you just did.